a delay when we watch.
Yeah. So they changed it. I don't have to hit the start recording because it would ask you again, right? I don't know. Anyway.
Is it streaming right now?
Yeah, it's.
You shouldn't have to hit. Are you sure you want to stream?
I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah. See, it says stop streaming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See.
This is the kind of stuff that really gets the viewers' dick hard. You were saying they like to see the setup and know that you're like a real person.
Yeah, they're like, why does it take them so long to start? Anyway, oh, yeah, I know, exactly. Even when I hit record, I was still like, I'm not sure if we're completely on. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the UandGOdyssey podcast. It is December the 23rd, 2018. I remember my brother asked me, he's like, why do you put the date on it like a queer? And I was just like,
for posterity.
Yeah, I mean, I hear like Ari Shaffir does it.
Yeah.
But I don't think Rogan does it. Bill Burr does it.
Well, he does it just in the way that he posts it because it's on the title.
No. Who, Rogan?
Yeah,
I think so. But like they actually say it. I think I don't think Joey Diaz does it because he just rambles about whatever anyway. Right. But like as far as I know, a lot of the ones that are like more like individual, like one person, tend to do the date. I think Bert does it too. Anyway, with that being said, our guest today is Matt McLahoon. He's back again. He been a while, but yeah, he's a fellow comic that I work. I guess I always say that. I'm not sure if I say work or what do you say when you introduce?
I don't know. I kind of
another comic. Like
I
you say,
consider it like a job now.
Like but do you say like that's a comic and I work with him?
I guess so. I do comedy with him. I guess that's the easy. It's like a way out.
I guess I'm not. I'm not used to.
It's accurate.
I'm not used to saying like, oh, I do comedy with him.
Yeah.
It takes like my mind was so used to saying, oh, I work with that person or.
Yeah. Work with is fine because I feel like even though I'm not really getting paid that much for comedy, like hardly ever, right? It's still it's something that we do like every night of the week.
Like hardly ever.
It feels like a job. Feels like a job that doesn't. It feels like slavery, I guess, is what I'm saying.
It does not. Don't equate. You just pissed off
all I meant was that it's a job viewers. I'm not getting paid
all our
for.
black viewers are like, what? He thinks that's like slavery. He doesn't know anything about slavery.
There were slaves that weren't black in like Roman days. And stuff.
I know, but like.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
That's one thing I never hear like Jews complain about that.
Yeah.
Like
they
didn't put you guys in camps and gas you. Like,
well, actually, they're like Passovers and stuff like that. They always act as if they were the same people. So like if
but that's for like
so and so led so and so out of Israel, it wasn't, or whatever.
But that's more like a religious thing.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
But I mean, I guess they do like they maintain it as a way of like reminding themselves of how their people suffered. The first people suffered.
Yeah, but like they don't. What I'm saying is like they don't actually go out and complain to other people.
I'm not saying anyone complains about it. Let the record show that was fruity.
Yeah. And nobody will never get back to me at all.
A second ago you said everyone's gonna leave now. You're gonna lose all your viewers, and now it's no one's gonna care. It's fine. If I do it, it's cool.
Yeah, but I was making a joke about it. Come on, man. We gotta stay somewhat humorous.
How'd you get the name for the podcast?
The UandGOdyssey? Well, U is for uns, because my brother and my cousins that like you were talking about with your grandpa. Well, me and my cousins were all really we're all pretty close. We all hang out and whatnot. So, but like when we would hang out, my name, it started off as Buns and then somehow got shortened to Uns. And that's the one that kind of stuck. So my family all calls me Uns.
Uns, really?
Yeah, UNZ. Even
hard to yell across the house.
No, my brother does it all the time at the warehouse we work at.
Yeah.
He'd be walking down the aisles and just be like, Uns! And I was just be like, shut up.
That's funny.
So it's so no Uns and then Gump. I don't know how his name got Gump. He knows it better than I do, but like Gump just stuck with him. So now.
That's you and that's G.
Yeah, U and G. And then Odyssey.
Just badass.
I just like the word, the Odyssey, because I don't want to be lame, be like, oh, because I got this vision and blah blah. But like to me, like Odyssey's like out there, there's who knows what's out there. And like that's kind of like the podcast. We come in here, we chit chat. We don't know what the fuck we're talking about half the time.
Right.
And people probably be like, "What the fuck? They're talking about nothing." But yeah, it's kind of like it just worked out. I thought Arun doesn't like it.
It's good. He doesn't like the
No,
name.
Arun like that's stupid.
He
you
just
know,
told
Arun?
you that? Like, did you say it on the podcast?
You're like, you my friend.
I got to tell you, friend, this is a good podcast, but shit name. You need a better name. That is so racist. I can't believe I just did the Arun impression. You're not allowed to do those. I can impress any white comedian I want.
He's our friend. We can do impressions of our friend.
Okay.
Yeah, because we know them on a personal level.
Yeah. I don't want the Apu thing to flare up in your
Oh my god, that thing
comments.
was so stupid.
Yeah.
So stupid. Whatever happened to that? Did you,
he's gone. He's not in the new episodes.
He's not in The Simpsons anymore?
Yeah, he's out. Which I think seems more offensive, right? You can't just get rid of him.
It's all about, like, oh my goodness.
Maybe you could, like, have him, like, I write in a little thing to the script where, like, he went to American school for a summer and then came back and now he's not, it's not a racist stereotype anymore.
Now
he's just like Apu. He's like, what's up, guys? I'm Apu.
He comes back and he has perfect English.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious. You know what? It's funny because it's on the same substance. You ever seen that show, Fresh Off the Boat?
No, but I've heard a lot about it.
It sucks. Do not watch it. It's total. No offense, Addy, but it's total female humor. Yeah. It's some of it's witty and whatnot. Okay, it is
girl humor. The humor that gives you cooties, you know, it's like, girl humor.
It reminds me like of a Disney Channel style humor.
Yeah.
Maybe just a little bit smarter and a little more, I wouldn't say wittier, but the storyline's more better, I guess. If you want to go with the storyline. Okay, but like I was saying, they're supposedly fresh off the boat, or like even a couple generations, but they all talk perfect English. Mm-hmm. All right, I would understand the kids having better English than the parents. Mm-hmm. The wife still has a slight. I don't know where they're from, but the Asian accent. But the husband, not at all. And it's like, if it's called Fresh Off the Boat, why do none of them have any accent? My mom's been here for like 50 years.
Yeah, still has an accent. Right. Yeah.
So, there's guys that have been born here that still have an accent. So it's like,
yeah.
I was like, what the?
I kind of think about that, like, similarly with movies like The Patriot, or movies where they're like British colonial times or whatever, and the Americans are fighting the Brits. But they've only been there for like 20 years, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, they've been in America defending it from Britain or whatever, and like fighting for independence. But they sound like they're from Philadelphia, right? Like, if The Patriot was realistic, Mel Gibson still would have had a British accent, right? It might have been a little different.
Probably, yeah. It still would have been pretty strong. I mean,
there's no way that goes away so fast. Because, like you were just saying, your mom, who's been in this country for how long? So if it's not going away in her lifetime, it would take, like, several generations to get rid of. You know what I mean?
I'd say probably about maybe 2.
At least, yeah.
2. Probably by the 3rd generation, that kid's gonna.
But they're developing anew. That's the thing. See, when your mom, it's not a perfect analogy, because if your mom is here and then she's talking to other people, and she's like learning how to talk American from other people, but in this case, America was like brand new, and so it was like developing the dialect for the first time. I don't think it just like came out of nowhere. So everyone in your family was still speaking British for like 100 years, you know.
Yeah,
that's always fucked with my head. I don't know. I didn't mean to go so ham on that. But.
No, it's alright. I mean, you're passionate about it. You hear that guy?
Very passionate about getting proper historical
very
dialect.
Improper. We should write an email. Right.
I'm sending it directly to Mel Gibson, and I just will hope that he takes it from there and gets on enough other people. See, he was born on the West Coast and still has a southern accent. Exactly. Like, I don't sound like I'm from Texas at all. I've lived here my whole life. Well, my family's from the West Coast.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you might not get the Texas accent, but if you have your kids, probably will.
Yeah.
If you stayed here long enough, your kids will get that Texas accent. I don't really have it either.
Yeah. Well, what is Texas accent nowadays? Because y'all isn't even... Fuck, they say y'all in California. It's not like you're like, say y'all in California and everyone's like, the fuck?
It's funny.
Are you from the South?
I still yeah, I've seen that. I don't know who put it up, but somebody had it like in some kind of meme.
Yeah.
And the person had them saying, y'all, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, isn't that It's like somebody from New York, like a famous rapper or something like that. Like one of the female rappers from New York.
Yeah.
And I was like, they say y'all in New York?
See, I think rap is like rap did it more than movies actually made y'all okay. Like for everyone to say, you know what I mean?
Is it?
It's a national thing now. I'm pretty sure they're saying y'all in fucking Idaho. Like
Probably. I don't say y'all actually.
Yeah.
I still don't say that.
I didn't hear anyone say y'all while I was in Hawaii. I'll say that. Nobody
Oh
said
yeah.
y'all.
Speaking of Hawaii, how was that?
It was dope, man.
What
It
did
was
you
pretty
do over
cool.
there? It was just a vacation, right?
Yeah, so my, I got like a few, not that anyone watching this has seen my stand-up, but I have a few jokes right now about how it was like just, I'm blessed with being around rich people right now. I don't know what's going on, but my girlfriend's dad or whatever paid for us to, like stepdad paid for us to go. We like flew over there and stayed in her friend's condo that he owns over there, and like, oh man, it's great.
So you're dating a rich girl, in other words.
Yeah, living a life of privilege. Bro, she's like 3 inches taller than me. You think I give a fuck if I get to go to Hawaii?
on her.
Like 8 months into the relationship? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not.
nah, she's badass. She's really funny and smart and all that other shit that you're supposed to say, you know?
All the positive things, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Smoking hot.
She's not a cunt. She's not a cunt.
Yeah.
That I know.
Right. Only on the weekends.
Oh man. What else? So, okay, but yeah, how did that go? What was cool over there?
Man, alright, so this one night, craziest night of my life. I'm gonna tell this story and I'm gonna tell it fast.
Take your time.
Well, I'm just like, it's a long story. All right. So we're in Hawaii, right? And we decide to go to do some nightlife, right? Me and Devin are at some bar in town, and these Belgian dudes sit down next to us, and they say that they're looking for weed. And we're like, we're fucking looking for weed. And since you guys have that cute Belgian accent, now you're going to be looking for weed, and we're going to be pointing out who, like, looks like they'll be able to get weed or whatever, right?
Oh, so you kind of, like, joined the coop?
Yeah, we, like, fucking, like, organized. We were like, he looks like he might have weed. Go hit him with that fresh Belgian accent, you know? Because they're going to be like, oh, my God, a tourist? Fuck yeah, dude. Like,
yeah, I see.
Not just like totally a normal rich white tourist, but like someone from Europe.
Like someone interesting to meet.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you're American? Just another American. They already know nothing interesting from us. It's like, you have to be a nation for at least 500 years to have something interesting to talk about.
Yeah, what is American history? You don't have shit.
And most of it's not too well. It's such a short time period.
And they use the wrong dialects when they portray it. All right.
Oh man. Okay, so you guys.
So at the beginning of this story, the Belgian dudes say that they met some guy today at like a luau or something that said that he'd give them weed, and he was in room 227. I don't know why that number will forever be in my head, but room 227, right? And throughout the night, like, we're arguing with this dude, like, nah, man, we shouldn't fucking go to a random hotel room to just, like, get bud from some dude that you met. Like, first of all, why the fuck, if he's in a hotel room, then, like, how to get the weed there? Because you can't even ferry around. So, like, if he's not from here, how is the weed there? Like, just all this stuff is going through our mind, right? And, like, 2 hours go by, we still can't find weed. And so, naturally, we go to room 227. And we fucking knock on the door, and the door opens, and there's like, it's like just a chain, you know.
Yeah.
And he sticks his face out. And he's like, all right, hold on a second. And he closes the door. We hear like rustling, like jostling paper and stuff. And he like gives us like basically like a little tissue wrapping paper thing full of like with just a bud of weed. And he just sticks it out the door. And one of the Belgians grabs it, and he just closes the fucking door. And we leave because like that's awkward. You know, I don't know if he was fucking someone in there or what. He was shirtless, so maybe. But
maybe, yeah, it could have been.
Yeah, so we left and we're like, how the fuck are we gonna smoke this? Like we need to get a can.
The next problem.
We need to get
you got the weed. What are you gonna do?
Now we need a delivery method, right? And so we're like walking, and first of all, I want to touch on just how ridiculous to me it is that someone just gave us a nugget of weed. We didn't pay for it or anything. They were just like, here's
really? You
weed.
Didn't pay for it?
No, and I guess it's because of the cute Belgian accents that I talked about. But this dude just fucking hands us weed. Like, how is that a thing that's like fine, you know? So anyways.
I mean, they are super friendly over there, from what I hear.
Yeah. Oh, dude, does this encroach on? It was in a legal state, so. Yeah, it's in a legal state.
What are you talking about?
You're fine.
Okay, alright. Whew.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. I was talking about the rules of the thing. If I could talk about a story where
you
when
can.
we should have gone over the rules. I fucked up.
No, you haven't got fucked up
They're on the wall
anything.
right there.
No, I mean I fucked up by like saying
by
no, I didn't
thinking.
need them. By thinking that I like had them. Oof. This is gonna be hard. What are we supposed to talk about?
What do you mean?
I can't do that.
What?
I'm just kidding.
You got me there.
But so anyways, we're like walking down the beach and we're like looking for cans or whatever. We
Yeah.
figured maybe we'll just go to like a 7-Eleven. It's like not really gas stations. We're on Kona, the big island, and everything's really spread out, right? And so we fucking are walking, and I make the joke to Devin. Devin's my girlfriend. I said, you know, this feels like an episode or like a side story or something on Tony Hawk. Like you accomplished the first part of the mission, you got the weed, and now you have to accomplish another part of the mission, right? And we see this guy who's walking around going like this. He has his hands like this. He's like being weird. Like I'll get to it later, but they like really make fucking a point to be weird to like tourists, you know? And he's like intentionally doing it, and he like stops and smiles at one point, but he's walking around like this, and he's going like, Hare Krishna, or what is that thing? Hare Krishna, Hare.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and then like he's doing that in like a circle, and we walk by him, and we're like within earshot, and then all of a sudden he just goes, "Are those bags of heroin on the ground?" And he like starts pointing at the ground, and we're like, "What the fuck?" And the guy like cracks a smile, and then just goes right back to doing it and like walking around.
Well, man, at least he has a sense of humor.
Yeah, right. Like just some fucking brain
guys,
dried
man.
stoner,
He
right?
got you guys.
So anyways, we like decided that we were gonna ask that guy. Oh wait, no. Okay, different guy. And then we see another guy. That was actually later. Anyways, doesn't matter. We see another guy and we're like, well, that guy clearly smokes weed. He's sitting on a rock by the beach and like not a lot's going on. Him and his friend are just sitting there. So the four of us, me, Devin, and the Belgians, walk up to this. I love saying that. Me, Devin, and the Belgians. Me, Devin, and the Belgians sounds like a fun little band. Okay, anyways. So we walk up to him and we're like, hey man, do you smoke weed? Do you have a pipe that we can use? And the guy was like, yeah, I smoke weed, and I'll tell you what, you can smoke some of my weed. And he like takes a fat ass nugget and puts it directly in the bowl without grinding it or anything and hands it to me. And I was like, all right, cool, thank you so much, man. And I thought maybe he was doing that as a way to like, yeah, I thought he was doing it as a way to just like say like, hey, here's the weed, you can break it up and put it in the bowl. And I was like, oh, that's fucked up, you can't do that for me or whatever. But I like take it.
Even though it's giving you free shit,
Yeah.
I have to do work for free shit.
No, but like I take it out of the bowl and I start breaking it up to like put back in the bowl, and he's like very sternly, he's like, stop, don't break it up. And I was like, what? Like, why? Like what? You know what I mean? Like why not or whatever? And he's like, it just ruins it, man. You gotta just smoke it the way it was intended. And in my mind,
okay.
yeah, like, well, first of all, that's some bullshit, because the way it was intended, they didn't intend for fucking pot farmers to hang it by, like, fucking ceilings and shit and dry it out for days on end and have it clump up into a fucking dense-ass nugget that you just handed me. Like, that's not how God intended for it to be smoked. I don't know how he intended for it to be smoked, but I'm pretty sure you don't either, bro. So, like, stop. Anyways, so that was bullshit, right? And then I started getting paranoid because I was like, what if he doesn't want me to break up this weed because it's laced with something? This is after I hit it, right? So I hit the fucking thing. And then I'm sitting there, and, like, it's really good, by the way. And so, like, once it starts kicking in and everything, I'm like, holy fuck, okay. Like, that was legit weed, and I really hope the PCP doesn't, like, just, like, all of a sudden, you know? Because, like, I don't trust people enough to be like, yeah, sure, here's some free weed, and then just, like, not question it, you know?
So maybe in my mind, I'd be like, I hope it's laced with something.
Yeah.
So what is the bad side, though? Like, if it was laced? Like, what
I mean,
wouldn't it be
I'm
like,
just
hell,
in
wow.
another place, like, let's say I lost my cell phone because I was so fucked up on PCP. I don't know. It'd probably be fine, but I'm not trying to get arrested in Hawaii. You
I don't think
know?
I've ever done PCP.
And we lifted there because we didn't want to like get too drunk and then not be able to drive back. But anyways, shit. So fucking ended up smoking it and it was fine. And I told the guy like, hey, I'm looking to buy an eighth. Like, where? Like, is there any way you can hook me up with an eighth? And then, this is actually the joke, so I'll just like say the joke as I say it on stage.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, man, I actually sell weed. It's $60 an eighth. And I was like, oh, fuck, I have to do a build-up where I joke about having to give my stepfather a blowjob for the trip. Anyways, so
yeah, that's gonna be
yeah. Don't worry about it. I'm not doing a set. I'm not doing a set.
Where do I add on giving the blowjob?
Well, it's fun. It's a funny bit on stage. It's all right. Anyways,
no, keep going. I want to hear. I want to hear how we get to that point.
So the joke on stage is wait. You're saying you want to hear how I get to that, like how the blowjob part gets there?
Yeah.
Okay, the joke on stage is that my girlfriend. I have the long bitch joke. I don't know if you remember that one, but I say like my girlfriend's not a big bitch. She's a long bitch. She's
I remember that joke.
And I say a few other like tags about how she's taller than I am, like going to concerts sucks and stuff like that. And then after that, I say she's not just a long bitch. She's also incredibly rich. Like her stepdad just paid to take us to Hawaii, and I gotta tell you guys, I spent hours researching on YouTube. How to deep throat a 42-year-old man.
That actually is pretty good. That's a good lead.
Because nothing in this world is free, right? So then, day 3, I'm walking down the beach looking for weed, and I ask a guy if he has any, and he says it's $60 for an eighth. And then and I say, damn, that's pretty expensive, isn't it? And he says, well, yeah, but you're here in beautiful Hawaii, so I'm pretty sure you can afford it. And I was like, matter of fact, I'm day 3 on this trip. And I'm still not sure if I gotta suck a dick for it. So is there anything we can do?
Did that really happen?
No. It was really $60. It was really $30. I didn't do any research on deep throating the stepfather.
No, not that part. I mean.
Yeah.
I mean the part where you told him, where you came back with I don't know.
No, I didn't tell him that. No,
okay.
I wrote that afterwards. But it really was 60, and then I was like, bro, come on, like that's pretty fucking like crazy. And he was like. He did say something along the lines of like, bro, well, like, you didn't get here. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then I was like, well, her stepdad paid for it, bro. Like, just, like, hook it up. And he was like, I'll give it to you for $30, which was weird because it's, like, a stark difference.
That's
like, 50% discount? Bro, you're bad at negotiating. Like,
or maybe he was like, he tried to pull a fast one on you. He was like, fine.
Yeah.
But even then, I mean, dropping it by 10 would have been, that's what I'd be like, okay, all right, I'll give you 10 off.
Yeah.
And then like, come on. Then you'd have to go with like just a little bit more. They're like, fine. Yeah. And then you have to go by 5s or 10s because you can't. Because it's goofy to go by like, okay, well 17. You're like 17.
That's so true.
Who the fuck pays 17? I'm like, I'm gonna give you 15. 30? Why does it have to be that? I've done that before. I was
30 was even awkward because I got 2 40s out of the ATM and then I bought something at the bar so I could break the change because I didn't want to give him any more than he agreed to give me. What?
You didn't have change? Oh wait, you didn't.
I didn't even ask because I figured if I gave him 40, he'd be like, "Damn, so you couldn't do 60, but I'm supposed to give you $10 in change." You know what I mean? So
okay.
I broke it at the bar.
Just be like, "Look, man, $10. I gotta get me a drink."
Mm-hmm.
After I smoke this, I'm gonna have cotton mouth.
Right?
Like, oh yeah, you are gonna be pretty thirsty.
Exactly.
There's a Sonic right up the road.
He's like, if you give me $30, I'll drive you over there.
So you smoke the weed?
Yeah.
And this is a pretty cool night, actually. It sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah, dude.
It sounds
crazy.
like
it keeps going.
It sounds like the days that I used to have when back when I was like 20, looking for weed and whatnot. But what happens next?
So basically, like, I forgot to mention how weird this guy was. Like, at one point when I first, like, just as a person, a lot of times if I meet a new person, I assume that they're gonna think I'm funny. And I know that sounds very cocky, but like, what I mean by it is that I like take risks sometimes. Like when I'm at my mom's fucking work friend's rich party tonight, you know what I mean? I take risks and I'll say something that's like kind of crazy or kind of liberal to a person that seems like they're probably Republican or whatever, just like to see how they react, because personally I enjoy it, and worst case scenario, they get pissed off and I never see them again, so like who cares, you know what I mean? So I told go ahead.
No, so it's funny because it sounds like you're very deviant.
I guess so.
You're very deviant. You like to check where your line's at.
Yeah.
Like, where's my line at? Okay,
well, which is ironic because I freaked out the second I thought I passed one when I was talking about buying weed. I was like, oh no.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, that's fine. But like, yeah, like you see somebody like, okay, I'm gonna paint a picture of what kind of person that is. That might not be right, might not be wrong, but if I'm right, I'm gonna say this to see what kind of reaction
and
they
then
get.
see where that
And
goes.
It's like they have like if they're on the left side of the line, they're on the right side of the line, and you want to say something that crosses over whichever side just a little bit on the other side of that line to where they're uncomfortable.
You gotta cross it to find out where it is. It's like all the lights are off and you're about to walk into the countertop. You're not sure how far it is, so you reach your hand out and you just get a little closer, and then when you touch it, you're like, oh fuck, that's it. And then you just slam into it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
You got an interesting mind on you there.
But alright, so anyways, the guy was weird as fuck, right? Like the whole reason I brought up the funny thing is because I told him almost immediately what I had told Devin, that it felt like we were in a Tony Hawk thing and we were like on the next level or whatever. And he said, well, it's funny you mention it, I'm a professional skateboarder.
Oh.
And we were like, whoa, that's fucking interesting. And he was like, yeah, I fucking... And then he starts talking about himself. And, like, the dude, I don't know if he was tweaking, but he certainly got, like, a cocktail of mental health issues. You know what I mean?
He's
like
a professional skater. I'm pretty sure he has a few concussions.
Yeah, probably concussions and probably... But I don't think he even is a professional skateboarder. Like,
now you don't see?
Yeah, I think it's total bullshit. Like, the stories get progressively crazier. Like, initially... he was saying that he built a fucking skate park in I don't remember, and who cares, a small town in California. He built a skate park, and the town told him that it was the best thing that had ever happened to the town.
Huh. You know, you could have.
I asked him, but I asked him.
Let's do it right now. Let's do it.
But I don't know, Hampton. Oh, his name?
Yeah.
It was Kyle something. I don't know. But I don't, like, if you hear the rest of this story, I think you'll get why I don't even think it's worth Googling, because I don't think he's a skateboarder at all.
Let's
I think
continue.
it's just full of shit. So anyways, he fucking was telling us about this skate park that he designed, and the city told him that it was the best skate park ever, and I was like, oh, because it cut down on crime or something? And he fucking, like got, like borderline mad, and was like, the best skate park or the best thing that had happened to the town ever. Like, he was very insistent on it. The same way he snapped at me about the weed thing. Yeah. Remember when he snapped at me and he was like, don't break it up? It was like the same thing. Okay. So now I'm like a little afraid of this guy, right? Like, I chuckle when he seems like he wants me to laugh, you know? So, like,
you just got alpha dogged, man.
Yeah. And, like, he tells us that this skate park, like, had a mile-long, like, road that led up to it so that kids didn't have to take a bus or something. They could, like, from the bus stop, and they could, like, go down this, like thing that had, like, half pipes on both sides to get to the skate park and all that stuff. Which, in my head, I'm thinking, like, so it's just a mile-long skate park. I don't understand. He's like, yeah, they had, like, a skate park set up to get you to the skate park, bro. Like, it's just, it seems like something that you just, like, are trying to, I don't know, like, sound really badass or whatever. Anyways.
Oh, like one of those, what? You know, like we'll have like something made out of chocolate, and then whatever it sits on top will also be made out of chocolate. It's like, you don't need that much chocolate.
And it's gonna be held up by a bunch of naked bitches. Like, that kind of chocolate.
Yeah, like, you don't need a skate park to get to the skate park. You'll just stay at the closest skate park.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. It started to get crazy, and then I asked him, because this is before I talked to him about buying weed, by the way, and so I asked him, do you surf? Because I just thought it was like a nice thing to ask someone from Hawaii, and if he's a professional skateboarder, then it's pretty likely that he fucking surfs.
It might be,
yeah.
Somewhat. It's way hard.
Well, it would give him an excuse for being in Hawaii. Because,
that's true.
Like, especially where we were, it's like all mountains. There's not, like, really a whole lot of places you can skateboard there. Unless they got a badass skate park, I don't see any reason for him to be there. So I assumed maybe he surfed. And is that a fucking super basic question to ask someone who lives in Hawaii? Yeah, probably. But I did it. And he told me, and he told me that he surfed. He surfed all the time, and that he's like a tournament surfer, and that it was all badass. And then he starts telling this story where he says that he went up a swell, and then he, like, landed in another swell after that swell, and landed in another swell, and landed in another swell, and he's, like, showing us with his hands. And then he says, like, a minute later, and he's, like, talking, like, we don't really ever get words in for, like I'm doing to you, sorry. But he fucking is doing that for, like, 30 minutes. And at one point he says he did a 900 on a surfboard. And as soon as he said I did a 900 on a surfboard, I was like, all right, well, I can't just sit here like an asshole anymore. Like, I'm going to go get the weed. Because, like, I don't want to be a dick.
Yeah.
and I don't know that much about surfing, but
No, your bullshit meter was going off. And
yeah,
you're like,
my bullshit meter was already going off.
Like,
and then he
that's
said
enough
that,
bullshit.
and it felt like an insult. It was like he was like making fun of us. I think he was. You know what I mean? Like he was like making fun of us.
Like, these fools believe everything I say.
Yeah, like let's see how much we can convince these tourists of type deal, right? So anyways, I fucking left, got the weed, or got the money, came back, got the weed, said goodbye to the Belgians, they kissed our cheek, it was cute, and then we left, we went to another fucking bar, and
They
the same
kissed
thing
your
happened.
cheeks?
What?
They kissed her. Are these male or female Belgians?
They're male.
Oh, and they
I wish
kiss
they
your
were
cheeks?
female.
Is that just their thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, like the
Yeah.
French.
It was like, oh, you know, and we didn't exchange Instagrams or anything. He was like, I will remember this life forever, or this night forever, and then kisses me on the cheeks. I'm like, bro, we're not even, you don't want to follow me on Twitter or something? like, you forever, but I can't get a follow out of it? Like,
What would you have said if they said, like, you know, do you mind you being Twitter or Instagram?
nah, I just made that up right now.
No, but I'm
I
saying,
never
would you
do
ever
that. I
code
would
it?
feel
No?
weird. If they brought it up, I would definitely do it.
I do it all the time. Like, if I meet somebody interesting, like, and somebody like that, like, hey, do you want to still chit chat every once in a while? Even though you'll probably never chit chat with them.
Yeah.
But then
and
again,
pals don't work.
I'm pretty good at that. I'm pretty good at that,
Keeping
actually.
in contact.
Yeah, for the most part. At least I don't let years go by.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I don't let years go by.
I'm bad at it. I'm bad at it with fucking people that live here. People that I haven't texted.
Yeah, it might be like 2 months, 3 months, but you know,
Yeah.
sooner or later I'll be like, oh yeah, that person. Let me see how they're doing.
Yeah.
But okay, so no Instagram, no nothing. Not you wished, but
Yeah.
what happened after that?
Well, Devin remembers this next part better than I do.
This
I
was
wish
all
she
in
was
one
here.
day, right?
Yeah, it is all in one night, and that's the thing. I told her when it was happening, and there's like more steps to this. Like, well, there's 2 more steps to this. But like, I told her when it was happening, I was like, this is one of those nights where like it was so crazy that I'm gonna feel weird telling people about it later, because it seems like it's like if someone told me this, my bullshit meter would be going off, because it's so many different things. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
but they make sense. That's
Yeah.
the difference. They
Yeah.
make sense. Now I think that's one easy way to tell if somebody bullshitting or not, because they sound like they went through it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. The passion's there.
And then the passion, your tone of voice, not your tone of voice, the tone in your voice, and nothing's ever too outlandish. It's just like, you know,
Yeah.
it's just right. You know, it's just right.
Yeah.
Like, not like I went to go see Aquaman,
Yeah.
and I was watching that, and I was like, this is horrible.
Is it bad? I assumed it was bad, so
Look,
I
some
wasn't
of the
planning on going
the
to see
fighting
it.
was pretty cool, but because it was underwater, it was highly CGI'd. But it was still pretty good. It was very good CGI regardless. Man, I don't mean to turn this into a movie.
No.
Okay, one of the cheesy things was like, okay, when he's a kid, he's getting picked on by these bigger kids, and the shark behind him starts going crazy. Spoiler alert, guys! I don't give a fuck.
Oh, we just lost 30.
And so like the you know, the shark starts creating the kid's attention, everybody, and that's cool. That's fine. You know, they're underwater. He doesn't know what he is. He doesn't know he can talk to fish. That's the first sign of letting people know that fish understand him or sea creatures. But then they go into the tank, and this is the dumb part. There's a bunch of, like, you know how those fish swim around and they're kind of colorful or whatever?
Yeah. In a tank, you mean?
No, in like the ocean.
Oh, okay, sure.
Like there's, I forget what kind of fish it is, but they kind of like just all swim
I was
together.
gonna say that's pretty fucking vague. You know those fish that are pretty and swim together?
No, in the ocean, yeah.
In the ocean? What is that
Well,
better?
no, but they're like a certain
Not
group
like
of fish. Yeah, there's a certain group of fish that are always together.
That's tons of fish, right? Krill?
Probably.
No.
No, not krill. And
Guppies?
well, like while they're swimming.
Yeah, do people in the, what's it called?
Who? Oh, what's he saying?
He said he's leaving.
Dude,
Oh no, I mean like, do they have
okay.
an idea of what kind of fish it was?
Oh no, they know. There's only one person. Zodiac.
He saw a dude do a 900 on a surfboard.
That's what he says.
Oh, he
That's
thinks
probably
they know the
bullshitting.
same guy.
He's pretty funny sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Sorry, Anna. Most of the time, I guess. I don't know. I always figure that out. shit, what were we saying? Something about oh yeah. Okay, so the fish, right?
Yeah.
They're swimming and they make the logo out of the fish.
Yeah.
Like his name, Aquaman, out of fish.
Ah, that's over the top.
And then they spread around. And it's like...
Oh, so just because he can talk to you, now you're all excited.
I don't know. To me, it's just like they could have figured out a better way to make his name than not a fucking fish. I don't know, man. Like, they could have gone into, like... I think, like I could picture Marvel doing this. Like, let's just say they go into the tank and then you see a bunch of different colored Korra, and then like the Korra kind of slightly starts disappearing and it leaves his name, Aquaman, so it'd be a little more vibrant.
Yeah.
Because he's not a dark character or anything like that. So, and then I don't know, something like that, but like fish, bunch of tuna spelled Aquaman. So stupid. I don't know. That part just got me. Oh, and then
it sucks because DC doesn't ever put out good movies. The Dark Knight.
Dark Knights were cool. I mean, Wonder Woman was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that. I keep meaning to see that.
You haven't seen Wonder Woman?
No, and it's like old now. It's getting to the point where I must be a sexist if I haven't seen Wonder Woman.
You are. Oh, the people will rise up against you. Shit, what was I saying? Yeah, sexist Wonder Woman. Okay, it reminds me of, did you ever watch Captain Marvel? Shit.
Universe?
No.
Planet? America?
Captain America, the first one.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Okay.
Only with a sword and a hot chick.
Okay.
And they do a lot of cross shots on her.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh man, they took advantage of every chance they could get. And she was on the ledge. They went up her legs and to the crotch. Oh man, but what was I gonna say about that? Yeah, I mean, I'd go watch it. I wouldn't pay the most money to go watch Aquaman if you want to go watch it. I mean, your girlfriend would probably like it. And some parts were pretty cool.
Wait till I can watch it illegally.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna tell you any more about it, but I mean, I can go watch it. I would make it like a priority.
Yeah,
it'd be a good date movie.
Word. I don't get that into superhero movies, anyways. Honestly.
Yeah. Well, then don't go watch it then.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No. I was just saying.
What I am gonna go watch, I'm gonna go watch part 2 of Avengers. Did you watch the other one?
No, I haven't watched like any of the
Infinity
Avengers
War?
since the first one. No.
You should watch Infinity War. It's pretty
Yeah,
badass.
I know for sure I'm not ever gonna watch it because when everyone was talking about it on stage and I still didn't go watch it, that's when I realized Avengers aren't for me. You know what I mean?
Oh,
when every fucking comedian had a joke about the Avengers movie, but I still didn't go see it to know what the fuck they were talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it just depends on what the joke's about, but like as a Marvel fan and a spectator of the movie, I really don't have jokes to say about it because that's how much I liked it. I wouldn't joke around about it.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't make fun of it. I love that movie. That movie's fucking awesome.
Yeah. You wouldn't make a joke about it because you loved it so much. Wouldn't you?
Man.
Wouldn't it be better to make a joke about something you loved than something you don't love?
Well, then I'd make
you don't have to be roasting the movie.
But that's just the way I think. The way I think, I'd have to find something negative to make it turn it hilarious. I don't know. I did say something about watching it, but the joke that I said was kind of veered off in a different way. But I don't even remember what it was. It was so long ago. I don't think I recorded it either.
Did you just kind of like mention like I was watching this?
I think so. I think I did. I'm not sure. Who knows? Anyway, so that's enough movie talk.
Yeah.
So after you guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So then we went to another bar, and like I don't remember the details of the other bar, not because I was drunk or anything. It wasn't that noteworthy. It was just like the people we were talking to were doing the same thing that the other guy was doing. So it became kind of apparent to us that for people who actually live there, like natives or whatever, it's a thing to like they call white people Hallies. Which can I just say, God, I was so excited to have a slur about me that was like negative. You know what I mean? Like I actually didn't want to be called a Hallie. I was like,
you didn't want to be called a Hallie?
Well, I did, but
it's kind of cool.
In like a dirty way. Yeah, I kept calling myself a Hallie all over the time. I was like finding excuses to say Hallie. It was like
a dirty, kinky way.
damn, cigarettes are $9. This Hallie ain't happy. Like,
but I mean, it sounds cool. It doesn't sound like anything, you know.
Yeah.
Howley.
It just means white person, like not Hawaiian. And I think basically maybe from the main island, like from the United States.
Oh, kind of like have Mexicans or white people. Yeah, Gringo. Gringo doesn't necessarily mean a white person. It just means a non-native.
Yeah.
More native to America type of person.
Exactly. Like
a lot of people think it means white boy. It doesn't mean white boy.
Yeah. So anyways, it's obvious that they fuck with people. Like they tell people ridiculous stories. Yeah. And then they go like compare notes and like, you won't believe what the fuck I told this Hallie. Like I told him I did a 900, bro, and he bought me a drink. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Yeah. It's like a fun thing.
So
there.
You heard them saying stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they're kind of like deep down assholes to Americans, foreigners.
Yeah, they really are. Like 100%. Imagine if Arlington. Imagine if Six Flags was like the Vatican in Rome or something, and you had that many tourists all the time, and you just always fucking saw tourists all the time. Like we would have tons of jokes on stage about tourists. We would have tons of jokes in like circles with our friends. We'd be like, look at these fucking Six Flags fans or whatever.
Also, you gotta take into account that there is hardly anything to do over there.
Yeah.
So they probably get bored out of their mind. They probably have like, we gotta come up with a game, man.
Yeah.
Let's come up with a game. And then one guy just all of a sudden just like, oh well, I told this guy blah blah. Next thing you know, it turns into a pissing contest.
See, exactly.
And then next thing you know, everybody does it.
Yeah, it's like a competition to see who can like convince like the most.
God, I bet you anything that's done by mostly guys.
Yeah, probably. I mean. Yeah, I don't think I ever really, I know they existed, right? There were some female bartenders.
I know they existed.
I swear to God, every fucking bar was like a giant sausage fest. It was like me and Devin, who, like I said, looks like me.
Yeah.
And a bunch of other people, like, she doesn't look like me, but we got the same haircut.
You guys wake up in the morning, you don't even have to use a mirror. Just like, do I have bedhead? And you look at her. And you're like, yeah, I have bedhead.
Yeah.
Exactly how my
We were talking today about how funny it is when, alright, so my ex, we made a joke about how my ex kind of looked like me, and I always used to joke around and say, like, well, yeah, that's because I'm a narcissist, so, like, I fuck someone who looks like me, haha, so funny. Yeah. We were talking today about how weird that is when same-sex couples, when gay and lesbian people date someone that looks like them. Yeah, that's a little too close. Like, at least I was looking for someone like me without a dick. You know what I mean?
Like everything's kind of...
That's weird. That's like trying to fuck yourself. You know what I mean? Anyways.
I don't know.
So
I
then...
can't contest about why they would think that way.
Then, the fucking last call comes, bar closes, we order a Lyft, we get in the Lyft, we're on the way home, and on the way home, I just kind of like casually said to the... or I think I was talking to her. I was like, "That was the fucking craziest night of my life. Like that was wild." And the Lyft driver was like, "What happened? What was so crazy?" And then we told him the whole story, much like we did just now. And he was like, "Wow, that is crazy." And a few highlights as to what the things he said were. He said at one point, he was like, "Damn, you paid $30 for an 8?" And we were like, yeah. And he was like, oh, they take advantage of tourists sometimes.
Oh, shit. So even that was taken advantage?
Yeah. I was like, dude. And we looked at it in the thing in the car. I was worried because Devin, like, took it and put it in her purse. I don't know why. We were just smoking weed. Yeah. And she was, like, secretive about it. And then we, like, walked off, you know? And we got in the car and I was like, babe, I wish you would have looked at it. Like, what if it's just, like, I don't know, like, rolled up napkins or, you know what I mean? Like, just some fucking broccoli that he wrapped in a bag. Yeah, stuff like that. So we looked at it, and it was like snowy as fuck, dude. It had like all these hairs on it. It was like fantastic for hella cheap, and we were super impressed. And then we told him we don't have anything to smoke out of, and he said, "Well, if you want, I can cancel the ride after this and teach you guys how to make pipes out of tea leaves." And we were like, yeah. So he canceled his next ride, and then fucking, what was I saying? He canceled his next ride and then taught us how to make. Basically, tea leaves look like elephant ear leaves. They're like big, but I don't know. They're long. I don't know. They're like long leaves, and you tear the leaf off, and the stem is like a shape of a C. And then you take two of the stems and you put them together. They slide together and make like a perfect like pipe. You know what I mean? And then you just put like a lava rock, like a small lava rock in there, so that the weed doesn't come in your mouth.
Yeah,
and
like
it just like Yeah, like screen, and it just comes around the sides. And bro, we made like 15 of those in like 4 days. Like it was so much fun.
So like no more pipes or anything. Maybe that's why not too many people have them. But how long did each one last till it burned? Like, I mean, they can't last forever.
So like,
I know
we didn't test it to like the limit. Like for sure, we were throwing them out because they were so easy to make, and like we wouldn't carry them on us. We just throw one away, and then those leaves are everywhere. It wasn't like hard to find, you know. So you could just like.
So it's just like real common.
Yeah, like no matter where you were, within like a fucking 30-second walk, you could find one of those plants and have you a pipe in like 10 seconds.
Wouldn't it be funny if like cops walked around and they just followed the trail of people breaking the buses and making the pipes?
It's like a Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah, like, keep going that way.
You have a narc brain.
And then like, and then it's like, I don't know, like if I was sitting there and I was watching, I was like, oh, they're making. That's just like a tall tale term of seeing that somebody's gonna get high.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they took how many leaves? 3? Yeah, they're gonna go get high.
Yeah, no, exactly.
And it's always the same kids. Imagine if they didn't know. Why do kids keep picking the leaves for? Every time.
Yeah,
people always just
that's
come
so
out and
true. Why are they so interested in those leaves?
I didn't figure this out. And they take 3 and they're like, what could you do with these?
Do they think you can actually brew tea with those tea leaves?
I don't know. It's kind of like the 3-cup thing in that one movie with Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, yeah.
The 3 shells.
Judge Dredd? No,
Yeah, something Man.
Demolition Man. Yeah, Demolition Man.
Like, we use shells. He's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with these? Oh, man. I'm silly. So you smoked 15?
That's if he had the hot chance, he wouldn't fuck himself. That's funny. That's hilarious. All right, touche, sir.
Oh man. So what else happened? Was that the highlight?
That was it. And then we got.
So
home
once you
and
guys found
smoked
your weed,
for the
you
first
just like
time.
went around smoking weed the whole time?
Yeah, we were with her little sister. Her little sister's like 12, so we tried to kind of keep it under wraps. There were times where we were high around her, but obviously we couldn't smoke like in front of her. We'd just go off for a walk and smoke a cigarette, you know.
Yeah, cigarettes are always a good excuse to get to disappear.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna go smoke a cig. It's like, alright, and next thing you know, the person's gone for like 3 hours.
It's only weird when you come back and you don't smell like cigarettes. That's when you're like, whoa.
No, it's weird when you come back and you're stoned as fuck, and the people like I would be able to tell.
Yeah.
Like, good cigarette, huh? But if people can't tell, they're like, why are you being so funny?
He's acting weird. And he ate all of our Cheetos.
Oh, man. How long were you gone for? A couple days?
Yeah, I think 6 days in total. We were supposed to be on the island for 7 days, but something happened while we were going out. Kona. The big island, yeah.
The big one.
Yeah, it's like mostly volcanic rock.
So is like weed like how strict are they on weed over there?
Not at all. That's what I was saying. I don't even feel like I was like the nothing illegal part. I think it's decriminalized there, and it's certainly, yeah.
I'm not sure if it is. I think medicinal. I think they have medicinal weed.
Yeah.
But I heard like
I don't think it's legal, but I think it's decriminalized. Like you don't get in trouble.
Oh, like serious time for it.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, you get a ticket, and then you can either pay the ticket or sit it out.
Yeah, because like technically Amsterdam was decriminalized, and everyone thought of it as like the first legal place. Technically, Amsterdam was not the first place where weed was legal. They just said they weren't gonna. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this is illegal, but we're not gonna prosecute people for doing it.
Oh, okay. So, but you said technically it wasn't. What was?
What do you mean?
You said it wasn't the first place where weed was legal.
Oh, I guess. I don't know. Colorado? There might have been some other country that did before.
I know.
I think it might have been Colorado.
I know Venezuela made everything legal.
Yeah.
They were just like, fuck it. Like, we have such a big drug problem. We're just everything's legal. They just have facilities where you can go. Like if you want to do heroin, you can go do heroin here. They just want you to do it in a safe environment. They help you out with it.
That's kind of cool.
Heroin. Yeah.
Might go to Venezuela.
And then what they do is like, they talk to people. Like, you can have heroin, but you're gonna have to do a little talking, a little counseling, and we'll talk to you about it. Because a lot of people just don't. They wanna.
Is it
they don't
super
wanna
expensive? Probably.
I don't know.
How do they pay for that amount of
just
tender loving
the
care?
same way they pay for heroin if they were working on the street.
Yeah.
But like, why why would I get heroin from the street if I can get the same price and they have a bed for me to lay down while I'm tripping?
Yeah.
But like, what they do is like they have counseling. They'll talk to the people and sometimes they'll help them out, figure out what they want to do and what makes them upset. Because people do heroin because they don't like being in the world that they live in. Probably, I think a lot of them said that like they don't feel like they have any meaning in their life, so they want to do heroin or other drugs to just escape the world that's around them, and you enter this other world where all the previous thoughts and things that go on through your head are gone, and you just feel great. So what they do is like they counsel them, and then people end up actually coming off of drugs.
Really?
Yeah, because they do it in a safe setting, and then you just talk a little bit. They just a little counseling if you wanted counseling to get off the drug that you're on, that you're hooked on.
Yeah.
But no, they just do it like that. It's fucking crazy.
He said,
Washington passed to make it legal before Colorado by a few weeks.
Can't see that next. The mean library, liberal
liberal
streets
streets
of
of
Seattle.
So, the first state, 1973, Oregon decriminalized it.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
California was the first state to get it medicinally legal. And then Colorado and Washington were the first states to get it recreational.
Huh.
But that's
I had no
that's in
idea
America,
Oregon
right?
decriminalized it back in the 70s. I had no idea. That's crazy.
But nobody ever talks about Oregon. There's nobody there to know that fact. They didn't even smoke it.
The only thing we know about Oregon is they have great football jerseys.
See, I don't even know that because I don't keep up with sports.
The Ducks, the
thing people mostly remember about Oregon is the fucking Oregon Trail. If you're that young, in that generation, I don't think you were.
No, I know of it, and I think people were playing it at the same time.
I'm old,
but I didn't play it. Yeah.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
35.
Oh, okay. I'm 27. It's not that. It's different. I don't want to make you feel good about yourself.
6, 7, 8. But 6 years. 6 years is different, but the computers change so fast between.
You said 35, right?
Yeah.
So 8 years. Yeah.
6 years. I was like, where are you getting 6 years from?
What did I say?
You said 6.
6.
Yeah, you're 27, right?
Yeah.
Go back
Is
to
it 8?
school.
Oh, yeah. No, it's 7 years.
It's 8.
No,
Is it?
it's not.
Oh,
It's definitely not 7 because they're both even number. Oh wait, never mind. I tried to overcomplicate it.
Well, 30 to 35 is 5, and then 27 to 30 is 3, so
Yeah.
5 plus 3 is 8.
Oh yeah, that is true, man. I do need it. Well, plus you know, deliver this. My math isn't usually that bad. I don't know what the fuck we were talking about. Computers. So the first. That was for the first kind of states in America.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But that's the only thing that came up.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think Venezuela might have been the first in the
District
world.
of Columbia in 1906, I think, if I read it correctly.
oh, okay. That's cool.
In 1906, like Washington D.C.
No. What is District of? What the fuck is that? I
thought
in
that
school,
was
but I don't know-
Washington D.C.
It's part of it, but it's like I don't know why it's called District of Columbia.
Because it's. I don't know the Columbia. I don't know why Columbia came in.
I don't know either. I know they taught us to it. In fucking geography
It's a district
class.
because they didn't want any one state to have more power than the other states. So Washington D.C. is not a state; it's a district.
So, but what does
I
that
don't
mean?
know what Columbia means.
What does that mean, though? So does that mean they have more power over all states?
I don't know. I don't know. It sounds like some shit that like sounded really good to a bunch of people in the 1700s. Right?
Yeah.
Like, bro, it's a district. like,
Oh, so yeah, so you guys can't have power over us
yeah.
because we're a district. Oh shit, we're only cities.
They had cops and everything, though. They have cops and everything. They have their own mayor. I don't know if they have a governor.
So it is kind of like the Vatican.
Kinda.
Like
yeah.
the Vatican's its own city inside the city, right?
Yeah. City inside of Rome.
And they have their own.
Or a country inside of Rome.
They have their own. their own police force and everything inside the Vatican specifically. Haven't you
Yeah.
been there?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Why am I telling you this stuff?
I've been
You
there
should be telling
twice,
me.
actually. I'm like,
Should
hella
hit
blessed.
me up with facts. Be like,
I went there twice and didn't
so
get
you want to
fucked.
talk about what? What did you say?
I said I went there twice and didn't get fucked. It just occurred to me. Because the first time I was there as a child, so the Vatican is a dangerous place.
Yeah. I would think so. And what? Okay, and what?
It was a joke about priests fondling children.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like you didn't get regular laid. I forget about the Catholic part of that. I try not to. Well, I don't try not to think about it. I think it's actually pretty funny.
I sometimes say that I have.
I don't think kids getting fondled is funny. I think.
Yeah.
That
Let me clarify.
I think that it's the church priests that part is funny. They're the ones doing it. Like if it was like a bunch of let's just say the Pittsburgh Steelers were fondling a bunch of kids, I'd be like, oh, that's horrible. But because they're Catholic priests, it makes me laugh a little bit inside.
The duality of it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I use such big ass words.
I don't know what.
I said I don't know why I'm using such big ass words right now. I said
Oh,
duality.
Yeah. What's wrong with that? You have a good vernacular.
Who the fuck says duality though?
People who know fucking English. Oh man. I had this girl tell me that one time. She's like, "Are you a cop?" I was like, "No, why?" I was like, "Because the way he talked." I was like, "What's wrong with my vernacular?" She's like that. Like, I don't know what the fuck that word means. I was like, a cop would say that.
That's funny. Was he
man.
talking about the priest conversation? Is that what he was talking about?
What was he saying?
Oh, okay.
The uncomfortable part, yeah.
That turned around real quick. Oh, that was by you.
Yeah.
Oh,
I did because I commented. I was like, I like this conversation, legalize it, because we were talking about weed, and then all of a sudden we're talking about fondling children.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Now I get it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So anyway, shit. I don't even know how we got there. Something about Vatican, and then like
City
within
District
the
of
city,
Columbia.
District of Columbia. But how do we get to District of Columbia? Oh yeah,
Talking about Nevada.
what's legal?
Oh.
The legalization of marijuana. You think Texas will ever do it?
Yeah, I think it's inevitable. It's just going to be at least 10 years.
It's gonna take some time.
We actually, my friend and I have this theory that the Republicans are going to legalize it so that
They get votes.
yeah, so they get votes, and that they can turn it around and be like, you see what you stupid liberals don't do, like legalize weed or whatever.
Yeah.
We did it.
See how much money we made?
Yeah.
That's so true.
we think
But
they're
don't you
gonna
think
turn
that's
around
more? But that don't you
That's
think
a
that's
good
more
idea.
of a democratic way of thinking?
Well, but she means like the fiscally, like they'll do it just to get votes, and then they'll use the financial aspect
See,
of it to
here's
say,
what I
see
think.
how much money we made with the laws we passed.
I think.
She had huge eyes. Was that a filter?
Probably.
Oh my God.
I'm thinking that Democrats will do that first. Like they'll pull that card first. I
Yeah.
already think Democrats would. A lot of
Well, they have
a lot-
been for
a lot-
years.
Yeah, a lot of
They've
Democrats
been-
are
yeah.
like, governors or whatever are doing it right now.
Totally.
Fucking, we got stuck with that one guy again.
Ted Cruz?
Yeah, Ted fucking Cruz.
He
And I
was
think,
talking about it though.
He's not governor though. He's a senator.
yeah. Well, isn't that a little bit higher than the governor?
Yeah, I think if you yeah.
Yeah. So see, he could make it. He's the one who can make it legal if he wanted to.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
State
know how that
senator.
works because I would say the governor probably has more say in that, but the senator has more sway in the government than the governor does. Like the governor has some sway in the government, but a senator takes direct votes on issues, whereas in the governor can only
Yeah, but that's
govern
what I'm
his
saying.
state. He's like the president of our state.
I don't know. I guess I should have somebody on here who knows about that, and they can educate me, and then I'll be able to talk to some other people again when it comes up.
It's just kind of apples and oranges, I guess. Like they both have power. They have different powers. I don't know.
Anyway, but
Yeah, where did that start?
I don't know.
This should be called the Retracing Your Steps podcast.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Gump. I told him we were having a podcast. I know it's funny though. I texted the wrong number because he got a new number, but he still already knows, and he probably gonna.
Yeah,
he's gonna throw that in my face. You didn't fucking text me. Like, you know, we do this every Sunday, 8 o'clock. I don't
Yeah.
have to text you, though. The only reason I would text you is to tell you I'm not doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm with you because that's a regular thing. Devin got in trouble at work because she missed work this morning, or like she missed like an hour of work or whatever, because she accepted a shift from someone like 3 weeks ago or something, and then I guess she forgot to put it in her calendar or whatever. So they like called her like 11 times while she was asleep, and then when she finally woke up and called them, they were like, "You missed your fucking shift." It's like, well, kind of. I mean, I was like covering someone else's shift. It would have been pretty dope if they like reminded me or something. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I guess she should have put it in her thing because she made a promise.
Yeah,
but
kind of is her responsibility.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I got really trapped in that. You know what? You're totally right. And what's funny is that you know how when you're in a relationship, dude, and your girl's bitching about work or whatever, you're like, yeah, fuck them. But then like when I say it out loud, like to someone else, I'm like, yeah, all right, you should have fucking marked your calendar.
Yeah. That's her responsibility.
She's not gonna watch this. Why would she watch this?
Well, I mean, I can understand where the aggression comes from because nobody likes being called out on their mistakes.
Yeah.
So yeah, you try to what's that word? You try to bounce it from you to another person.
Deflect.
Yeah, you try to deflect it to another. No, fuck them. They fucking my hours and said I wasn't there.
Have you been, man? How's your are you doing I see you at Hyenas every time.
Yeah, dude, I'm always there. I'm always at Hyenas.
And which other ones do you do on the weekly?
I try to do. Oh shit, what's that one called? The one that Mona runs, Mana.
The Twilight Lounge.
Yeah,
I love that one.
And I was going to improv until they stopped doing it for a little while.
Yeah.
Did you know why they did it?
Yeah. Which one? Arlington or Addison?
Arlington.
Arlington, no. They just said they're gonna take a break till after the new year.
Yeah, because what they did is they put a bunch of arcades there.
Oh.
So it's like /arcade/comedy. You've heard of like Barcadia?
Yeah, I have.
So that's what they did with that area that was.
But they used to do it in the showroom.
Arcades?
No. They did comedy in the showroom. Like the open mic was in the. It was in the big room.
Yeah. Well. Wait, what are you talking about? I think I'm lost.
Are you talking about Arlington Improv?
Yeah.
And they put games out by the bar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But okay.
So what they wanted to do is they wanted to build a crowd of people who want to come play arcades, and then they're gonna start doing the open mic in January, so that they get a little base first.
Yeah.
Because they put in that one arcade, which when I first saw it, you know what I'm talking about, right? The 4-player arcade.
Oh, free play.
Yeah.
I haven't been there though. Is that cool? I've been wanting to go to check it out.
It's okay, but it's like playing on 19.
Did you call it 4-play?
No.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
What did you call it? I swear you said the 4-play arcade.
No, the 4-player arcade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't know how I sped past it.
The 4-player arcade. But I mean, it's like an old school arcade type of game. You could probably play for like maybe 3-4 minutes, and you're like, okay, I'm done.
Gotcha.
But yeah, and I saw that, and it looked so out of place because I was like, that's really out of place. One game right in the middle, behind the beam, and then you have all this other stuff that's going on. It just didn't look right, you know. It's like when you walk into your house and you have like a pair of jeans just sitting there, and you're like, those jeans don't go there. It's out of place.
Yeah, it's wrong.
But yeah, so they're gonna cover the whole thing with arcades on the other side. So I can't wait to go back. I do need to start. I have a funny that you brought that up. We hadn't talked anything about our comedy, not too much. I had 2 shows, 2 Butcher Lord shows. I did the Dallas one and the Plano one.
Cool. Which one do you like better?
Well, as far as like how the jokes went, my Plano one went better because I'd written that one out a little better than I did my Dallas one, but I still had fun at both of them. But if I were have to say which one I did enjoy more, it was Plano because the crowd, they're really nice, but like there's just a couple of people. This one lady was in the front. She's just enjoying laughing her ass off. I was just like, she's having a great time. Like, you're awesome. And but like Plano was pretty cool. And then what I started talking about, people were quiet when I first said it, but some lady was like, yeah, that's true, I read that. And I was like, yeah, see, she knows. So I'm not making this shit up. Guys.
Yeah. Some credibility.
Because some people think that okay, it wouldn't be a joke if it was all fake, right? You know, because some of it has to be true, and then you make fun of the true aspect of it, and like. So once I got somebody's slight confirmation, gave me more confidence to do the rest of the bit. But I still would have done it regardless if they would have said something or not. But it was really fun. And then I have another one coming up June 9th. I'm doing something with I had Joseph Rosenzweig here yesterday, last Sunday. Yeah, he's a really nice guy, man. Real nice guy. I hate to see somebody try to pick on him because of how nice he is.
Yeah.
Like, I'd punch the shit
I
out
had
of
to
somebody.
tell him to stop talking about being Jewish, and he did. He hasn't been talking about it lately.
Yeah, he said he wants to get away from that.
Yeah.
From the whole Jewish thing. I mean, it's a shtick, but you don't want to base everything off of that.
Well, dude, it wasn't even just a stand-up. I was telling him, like, as a friend, like, man to man, like, everything that we say, it cannot be related back to being Jewish. You know what I mean? Like, nice guy. And I like him especially more now that he's, like, trying to get away from that. But you know how you got that, like, grandparent that always talks about the war every time you see him?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
That's how he is about being Jewish.
Like, like those annoying...
Yeah, he's like, well, a dirty Jew that I am, I gotta say. I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with whatever we're talking about?
I know what you mean. Like how people they're vegan.
Yeah.
And they get annoying about being vegan.
Yeah.
And then they have their name, like their Twitter's like Vegan Bob or something like that.
Right.
It's like, fuck, okay, you're vegan. You don't have to fucking say it all the fucking time.
Yeah. I understand. I'm sure, he's filling a character. He's doing a little character. You know what I mean? Like, he is the guy that... So now he brings it up all the time to remind you that he's that guy, and you know what I mean?
But like, why are we talking about him?
He was on the podcast the other day, and he was saying...
What kind of fucking shit?
was it about a show?
The show. He gave me a website, so I went to the website and I applied to their little application, and they said they'll fit me in on the 9th. And what he told me, like when he got on it a week before that, and they gave him 15 minutes. So I was like, cool.
Whoa.
I was like,
15 minutes?
Yeah.
You did 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was like, that's awesome. I was like, I would love to do 15 minutes.
Where?
Shit. I'll send you the link here because it's on my phone. I can't get on the phone right now. But I'll send you the link too, and you can it's a simple application. And he hit me up like a day or two later, and he's like, and yeah, I'm on the 9th, so that's cool. I can't wait for it. And then, like I said, the 2 Butch Lord ones. So now I've done 4 total, and I'm compiling the videos all together.
Right.
I'm gonna put them on YouTube. I'm gonna put them on. I don't know if it's too early to put them on. I mean, I'm talking like I'm gonna fucking have a fucking special one day.
Well, I mean, you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, I know, but like I was saying, like I'll put them on my account, my podcast account, and just label it. But I was all like, but then if I make a special, everybody will re-listen to the same jokes. But like, really, it's like 14 people. So it doesn't matter if somebody listens to it now and like whatever. If I ever do, I don't think I ever get a special. But I mean, that's irrelevant. Yeah. So that's happening, and I'm gonna use those 4 videos to send them into other places for other shows that they wanted, like a 5 to 7 minute set. So I'm gonna send them like 2 videos put together.
Yeah.
I don't even think they look at them, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't think they look at them.
It's just like an application.
Yeah, it's just part of the application. Like they're like, okay, they'll probably just be like, oh, he sent the video, cool.
Yeah.
They don't care. I don't really think they do care. They probably get so much shit. They don't have to look at it all. They don't have time to watch it all.
But where did you say?
I said I'll email it to you.
Oh, okay. The location though?
Yeah, or I'll text it to you. I'll text
you
the name of the place and the guide to email.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure you know about the other ones too, because there's some chick who does it in Dallas.
Okay.
Panda, Fernando. Do you know who Fernando Panda is?
No, but I've heard of him.
You probably know Fernando. He's a bigger guy.
Okay.
Bald, very Hispanic looking. Has a little accent. He's been doing it for about 6 years.
See, he sounds exactly like who I imagined when you said Fernando.
Right.
This is perfect description. Fernando, bald.
Your little racist mind started connecting dots.
A little older.
A little older. Oh man. There's a show I watch that I listen to on the radio on Saturdays, and it's a car show. It's called the John Clay Wolf. It's fucking hilarious. These guys are fucking hilarious. I don't really say that I don't know what funny is. No, I would say like I wouldn't listen to something so often unless it was like actually worth listening to. It's like a really good show. When you find a good show on TV, you want to finish it up. You're like, I'm gonna watch that show. That's what it is to me. It's a great radio show and it's funny, but like sometimes the guy says racist stuff, and then you know how they do they're throwing little lines, little taglines, and one of the taglines he's like, he's not a hater, he's a Texan, he's the accidental racist.
That feels true though. There's so many things about me that were accidentally racist, especially when I was younger. They've been trained out of me from now that I'm from Denton.
Yeah.
But I didn't know until I was like 20 years old that mulatto was a slur.
Mulatto?
Yeah.
For
Oh
what?
shit! God damn it, dude! I really am touching all these
Oh,
lines.
well, I don't even know what that is.
Oh, well, then we're good.
I guess.
It's a
It
person,
sounds like the cookies.
It's a person who's half black, half white, or I think it could be any number. It's
Oh,
a
is that
mixed
why they're
race
called the
person.
cookies? Those Milano cookies?
Oh
These
no,
are delicious.
I think it's with a D. I just know my grandmother says it all the
Okay.
time, and she doesn't mean anything by it. She'll say it to someone's face. She'll be like, "This is my mulatto friend I was telling you about, Anne," or whatever. And then it's like, I didn't find out till way later that you're not supposed to say that. Because, like, my family's a little racist. You know what I mean? And you learn
Every
things.
fucking family's a little
Yeah,
racist.
exactly. Exactly.
I'd love to meet somebody who actually believes that everybody in their family is fucking an angel and doesn't have any racial thoughts
Right.
at all. There's nobody out there like that.
You gotta accept that people who try to be better.
Just how your mind
Progress
works.
takes
It's just how
time.
your mind
Yeah.
works, man. It's not everybody's fault. But like back in the caveman years, I'm pretty sure they didn't step out of the cave and think that they were gonna die that day. Like,
Yeah.
no, we step out that cave, we're gonna fucking die. So everybody be ready to know that you're gonna die.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know how those two mix. It just sounds good.
You could say if a caveman stepped out of a cave and it would attach into any story ever.
I guess, yeah.
Or like any like moral that you needed it to fit.
Yeah. Well, let me see. How much time is 9:18? We're still kind of early.
I kind of have to pee. Take a quick pee break. Am I tagged in that, by the way? Did I tell you I got an Instagram now?
No,
I didn't
I
have
can't
one
tag
last
people
time.
on the live video.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
We'll just tag
You
after.
can go pee real quick and I'll go after you.
Okay.
That way I can be here with Ali. We'll have our alone time. Hello, Ali.
Why is that weird?
Hello.
It's locked.
Hello, Clarice.
I thought I unlocked it.
Oh, you can't see me rubbing my nipples. That sucks. Hello.
Stand up.
Hello, Clarice. That probably sounds really weird for people when they get to the audio part. Oh man, Matt's funny. Thank you for looking up that research back there for me for that minute. I forget
That's
that.
like my favorite thing to research, okay?
Oh, what? Research?
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
I was talking about the weed. But...
Oh, the ganja, yeah. Oh, what? I can't say ganja. You making fun of me for
Fucking
saying?
weird.
Why?
Nobody says ganja.
Everybody calls it ganja.
I've never once heard nobody say ganja. unless
Yeah,
they're in
but
a fucking
you're
movie.
a Cali person.
Well, yeah, bitch. It's a little more popular over there than it is here.
I don't think so. Maybe now it is because it's legal, but not back in the day.
Bet. It's been medically legal since 1996, okay? Trust.
Whatever.
I grew up there.
Okay.
Trust me.
Yeah. So like I was telling him, I got those shows coming up and really excited to do them. I'm really gonna do good on 15 minutes. That's awesome. That's a lot of time.
Yeah. I want to try and
That
go
is
to
a
one.
lot of time. Don't worry, you'll make it to one.
Yeah. She's gotta fit in my
Have you ever done that long? 15?
Yeah, twice.
Did it feel good?
The first time I did it
By the
with
way,
ease.
I'll pay you back for those.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You're fine.
No, I
Sorry.
You're good.
The first time.
I approved that message.
The first time I did it with ease.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know why, but the second time I think I just overthought it. I think
Oh,
it was
yeah?
like
Was it the same
Yeah, I
set
didn't
or
like-
slightly different?
different. I never pick a set. I always just kind of like tell a joke and then from what the audience says, like pull from the cloud. I never have a prepared set. I always know what I'm gonna start with, and that's it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, the first time I did it with ease, and then the second time like it wasn't terrible. Like I wasn't embarrassed. I didn't like bomb. I got laughs, but I was struggling when the light came up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like when I got the light, I was like, oh, fuck yes. You know what I mean?
You should have just stopped and done some crowd work. Like, you're ugly.
Yeah.
I'd fuck you.
Because what people don't realize is it's not how much material you have, it's how much material you can fucking like remember and deliver.
Oh yeah.
And like keep together and be concise.
Yeah. I'm gonna go use the rest of my quick work myself. Had to keep our guest company. Or I don't know.
So bad.
So, what you think of the cider?
I like it. I'm not a huge cider fan. He asked if I wanted anything to drink, and I was like, "Do you have any beer?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh, cool, cider."
Yeah, I don't like beer. I don't like the hops, but I like cider.
Yeah.
I have behind you. There's blue cans over there somewhere.
Oh yeah, I see.
That's another cider. That's a really sweet cider that tastes like fucking Jonathan said it tasted like Miller Lite or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a growler in the fridge as well. It has like a sour cider in it.
Oh, cool.
I
Damn, you like sweet stuff.
Well, that wine is sweet, and then I have Fireball right there. I have a lot of alcohol.
Gotcha.
I like to drink.
Oh yeah, me too.
But yeah, cider is my my go-to.
Hell yeah.
It's pretty lady titty.
I like at the party that we're at, like, because I don't know if he told you or not, but like I drove my mom, my brother, and my little cousin to a party, and then left the party to come here, and then I'm gonna go back there and pick them up to take them home. But the party that they're at, the man has like 18 different types of light beer. That's it. It's like he has like Coors Light, Michelob Ultra, Bud Light, fucking Coors regular. Oh no, I don't think he has Coors regular. Like Keystone. Like there's just like so many different. And it's like, bro, why would you buy a shitload of beer that tastes the same? Why wouldn't you like
get different things?
Yeah, and he's like hella rich too. So it's like, would it have killed you to buy cider? But I'm just being a spoiled fucking. Some man invites me into his house, gives me free beer, and I'm like, all you got is fucking Michelob Ultra.
What are we talking about?
Light beers.
I don't know. Have you ever had Angry Orchard?
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Come on, look how white he is. Of course he's been there.
Excuse you?
Hmm?
What'd you say?
What?
What'd you say?
Look how white he is. Of course he like.
Wow.
Everything is race.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. As long as it's
I just realized sitting over there to look at you.
As long as
didn't
it's a
work
joke.
For the Instagram.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Works up there though, for the Twitch.
Yeah.
Do you get more viewers on Twitch or Instagram?
Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so. I don't really address it, because I feel like it's kind of too much distracting.
Mm.
I had Ronnie B on, and I should have said something, but I was not in the right state of mind to pay attention completely, but my brother was. But like, she would ask me a question, or no, she'd be like, "Okay, you have a question?" I was like, "Okay, well, let me think of something." Or I would ask her, but then she'd like, as soon as I ask her, she'd go to her Facebook Live. And I was like, I just asked you a question. You told me to ask you a question. I asked you a question, and then you directly just stopped paying attention. And
Like looked down at her phone?
Yeah, because she had people on there, and like she was
like commenting back and forth.
Yeah, it's all like, okay, it's too much. It was too much going on. I was like, but I didn't really pay attention to it. My brother was like, yeah, she kept asking you a question. The minute you went to answer, she started looking at me like, well, why did you say something? He's like, I don't want to be like, no, man, it's part of doing this is calling people out on slight bullshit type of things. It's not like bullshit, but it's kind of like, hey, I would have made a joke about it. Yeah. I would have made a joke about it, honestly. But I did think about it. But yeah, so that's one thing I'm probably gonna change if people want to do it, but they can't be completely interacting with what's going on that. Like, if you do it, fine, but don't. We have to keep the conversation going. People don't know what's going on if you stop and look at your phone and then bring some new person into this conversation that saying something. And she kept shouting out people. Just send it to the radio station.
Shout out to Ty Dollars. Shouts out to Haji Daddy.
Oh man, he's not racist. He's actually.
Wait, what do you mean it's not racist?
No,
that's
I
fucking. That's not racist if I get excited about an Odd Future song.
No, it's like he's not a hater. That would have been the perfect time to have that. He's not a hater.
He's an accidental racist.
He's an accidental racist because you automatically went to like a black accent, a black persona.
Because I'm impersonating Odd Future, who has
Odd
in their,
Future?
I think it's from the song Oldie. It's from their debut album.
Mm-hmm.
But anytime someone says shout out, I think in that guy's voice, I hear him saying, shouts out to Ty Dollars.
Does he say that like a lot?
Yeah. No, it's like a specific, it's either the build up or the build down from a song.
Oh, okay.
And he does a number of shout outs, but he says shouts out.
Because I was wondering, I was like, where did you get that name from? That's pretty clever to, like, off the top of your head, just make up a name.
No, it was on
Okay.
a song.
Yeah, so I guess you're not that witty.
Or racist. Less racist and less witty, so it's kind of a trade-off.
Oh, man. That's hilarious. So what about you? Do you got any other shows coming up or anything like that?
Yeah, no. Me and Michael Reed are putting something together for a show that we're on. All those prayer showcases that are happening right now, I'm going to try and get on another one of those. Because for a while, me and Butch were like, we were not getting along, I guess.
Yeah, I remember that. I was there for when that started.
Yeah. Oh, yeah? You were at Twilight that night?
Yeah, that's why when that started. And I remember you told me, like, we talked about it. Let's tell people a little bit about the background. What happened?
Okay. Well, the gist is, and I have to, like, watch myself, because I people have fucking, did you hear what Matt said on the podcast or whatever?
Yeah, but
the gist is that I have a problem with, I had a problem with him because he would never watch me when he was a booker.
Uh-huh.
He would never be in the room. He was never for anybody. He'd stay for first block, and he'd be gone. And then we were at Twilight, and he's no longer a booker. He's not a manager anymore. So this guy who's, like, in essence, kind of just a guy who is around comedy all the time and loves comedy and goes to comedy things, was, like, there. And there was a girl who was, like, a week into comedy.
I know her.
Yeah, like 10 days into comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Like she had done, like, a handful of sets, you know what I mean? And he went up to her and he was talking about how much, fucking potential she had and blah, 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 blah. And then, like, 5 minutes after that, someone asked him how the latest showcase had gone, and I was on the latest showcase.
Yeah.
And he said, everyone did good, even Matt did good. And, like, I know that that's a joke, but I was already, like, brewing with hatred over the fact that he had been, like, complimenting this girl who wasn't that good at comedy just because she was a girl. And, like, once he was hoping that she would pay for his class and then take his do his showcase and then think that Butch is a god in comedy and then just have that seed laid.
Yeah.
And that already pissed me off. So normally I would have been like, haha, even Matt did good. But instead I was like, motherfucker, I always do good. I do better than you do at any of these showcases, and you just don't ever see it because you're too busy talking to people that just fucking showed up. And I was talking about her, and I don't think that's exactly how I said it. I don't remember the exact words. It was probably much less smooth.
I wasn't there for that part, but I did hear. I do have a different
blow up.
I have a recollection, a part that where from what I remember and from what I recall, and I'll bring that up after you're done.
Well, yeah, tell me.
Okay, well, what I remember is they were talking, right, him and the girl, and then I was talking. We were kind of like in. He kind of came to the conversation that we were having. We were talking about something, and then she was all like, "Yeah, I'm a cam model. I do cam modeling. You know who cam modeling is? There's girls who get on cam, get paid for doing sexual acts.
They do this, but get paid.
And then I heard Butch being like, "Oh yeah," and then I know you're in the background of this conversation, paying attention, and then I think you're also making little snide remarks or something like that, or you're taking in what you're taking in what you just heard, and then she was like, after he heard that, he's like, yeah, he's like, you want to be on the next showcase, and then and that's what got you upset. I know that's when I noticed that you were upset when he offered her to be on the showcase, even though she's only been doing comedy for like a couple weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
And I saw it as, he only because she's a girl, and the minute that she brings up something sexual, it got his attention.
Yeah.
To put her
that
on
pissed me off. Yeah. Sorry. Keep going.
But yeah, I remember hearing you say that, and I don't know if you remember this, but I do. Correct me if I'm wrong. I do remember hearing you say like, "Oh, she." I did, like, I've been doing comedy, blah, 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 and doing this and doing that, and, like, this long, and it took you, like, I think you said it took you, like, 3 or 4 months to get on the showcase. And like she comes and does comedy for a week and talks about her pussy, and then she gets asked to be on the showcase. And
I was pretty drunk that night, so maybe that happened. I'm not saying that none of it happened, because I'm sure I did say that, because I do feel those things. I echo some of the things that you just said, so it makes sense that I would have said it. I don't specifically remember saying it. But what I will say is that the thing that pissed me off now, looking back on it, maybe not in the moment, more even so than the sex thing, is the fucking business angle of comedy. That shit pisses me off. Like, because all he was saying, like, all he's doing right now is like, hey, I'm out with Hyena, so I have to convince this new wing of comedians that I'm still a huge deal, so that they'll pay for my classes, like, they'll take comedy classes through me, and they'll fucking come to my showcases and bring tickets to my showcases. I hate the fact that, like, if you have a kid that does karate, my grandfather always used to say that when you have a talk with his, like, you know, leader or whatever, sensei or whatever, when you talk to the sensei afterwards, the sensei always says, your kid's got a lot of potential. He's got a lot of potential. But they only say that so that you'll keep fucking paying for classes. You know what I mean? And so that pissed me off, because every time he talks to a male comedian, so I guess it does tie back into that. But anyways, I'm not denying that I said that. I probably did say that. I just don't remember.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's look, when you told me this, like, when you see bullshit, you can't help it. You have to you call it out. Yeah. And it has nothing to do with, like, you're not being sexist, but you see that something's happening in a privilege, and it kind of, I mean, it makes all the hard work that you've done for that guy kind of, like, belittled. Yeah. All you have to do is have a certain sex organ, and you get the easy way to get in good with that person, with him specifically, because he's being a little perverted, I guess you could say. So I mean, it's not. I mean, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't tell you to apologize for any of that. I mean, you see bullshit and you call it out. I mean, sometimes it has to be called out.
I've given him a few rides in the last week or two since that happened. Because we've, like, kind of smoothed it over, and he treats me with so much more respect than he used to. And I'm sure that's partly because he sees that I'm on other showcases and shit, and it's probably partly because he sees that I'm, like, going to Houston and Waco and fucking, like around. I'm fucking going to shows in other parts of Texas. But I think a big part of it is just because he wasn't expecting me to fucking, like, snap back when he said something. You know what I mean? I think he's used to saying shit to people and everyone just being like, haha, Butch, he got me, and then being really pissed off. And I just fucking said something. And ever since then, every time he sees me, he's like, hey, man, how's it going? Where it's not the normal, like, hey, man, like, you know what I mean? Like, the fake, like, hey, bro, you guys smoking weed, or are you hardly smoking? Am I right? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you're really good at impersonating his ass.
Yeah!
Sorry, I want to have him on the podcast one day. I gotta have him on here sometime.
Don't tell him to watch this one. I don't know.
Look, there's nothing wrong with it. Sometimes
I want to put forward though that I don't have problem with Butch Lord. If anyone tries to make fucking drama about me saying that,
it's just
not that anyone's gonna see.
But if he gets pissed off because he's doing an impersonation of him, then come on, man, you're commenting.
Not that, I mean about the beef that I talked about.
The beef. Well, I mean, if he ever got on here and he wanted to talk about it, I mean, that'd be fine too. I mean,
yeah, he doesn't remember it.
I mean, he might. You know,
he would claim he
totally remember.
Let's say he would claim he didn't remember it.
But well, then he just can't. But then I don't need to talk to somebody who can't be real with themselves.
Yeah. But he's got no. But I mean, he would be a great person to have on your podcast. Still, he has a legit following to this day. He's like very much a '90s comic, and the people that loved him in the '90s, they a lot. He has a cult fucking following.
I wish I could have seen him in the '90s.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's different from now, but I mean.
Do you watch that show or that podcast, Kill Tony, we listen to?
Yeah. I haven't listened to it yet. It is on my. Well, have I listened to it? I think so. It's one of my podcasts that I need to listen to. I have right now I have Rogan, Bill Burr, Ari Shaffir, and the radio station that I listen to because they put their podcast on.
Yeah.
So I listen to all of them.
Ari's is great. Ari's is one of my favorites.
Ari's is real great. I listen to them, and then when I get to that point where one of them is slow, I'll have to figure out a different one. So right now, I'll probably do Kill Tony next. Because right now, I think Ari barely puts them out, and I've already listened to a good majority of them.
Yeah, he does like one or two a month.
So it's time to find somebody else, and then I'll come back to Ari when I see he has a couple more on there.
Yeah.
But
the only reason I brought it up is because it was funny. You know, Joel Jimenez.
Yeah.
On the he's the one with the puns. It's the drummer on the Kill Tony podcast.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Yeah, he popped up on my Facebook for suggested friends and said we had 6 mutual friends, and I was like, does this mean I made it? Like, there's famous people popping up on my Facebook.
Maybe when they ask you to be their friend, that might be. You know, I'll be like, who's this guy? You know, he's a comic too.
Dude, I was pretty excited when David Jessup sent me a friend request because I was in the chat room with him and Tony Casillas because Tony Casillas put on a show and David Jessup headlined the show. He's put on a show to promote his short film, and he's pretty talented, by the way. I don't know if you've seen any of his stuff. Tony Casillas is he did a short film called One Tough Cookie.
I'm not.
Well, I hosted the premiere for that or whatever, and then there was a comedy thing beforehand, and David Jessup was on that. And that dude's been on a few different TV shows and a few different. And when he sent me a friend request, I remember thinking damn, I was sitting here thinking I don't want to be weird and send this dude a friend request. Yeah. And he sent me one, and I was like, oh my god, this dude's so nice.
Yeah, it feels good when somebody that's done so much.
Yeah.
Asks you for a friend. But you have that right mentality where you're like, I
don't want to be weird.
I don't want to be weird and asking for it, but because it'd be it kind of feels makes you feel like a groupie almost.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if you've seen before, but every once in a while I post pictures to social media of me with somebody else, and I've been wanting to ramp it up more. I didn't finish the thought. Of me with somebody else who looks like somebody else. So, I'll find someone who looks just like you, and then I'll take a picture with that someone and tag you in the picture.
Some people be like, is that
Yeah. They'll be like, that's not even me. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Watch my social media more, bitch. You know, I do this.
So it's like finding people's doppelganger.
Yeah, exactly. And
turn into a little gay, huh?
There's a fucking guy at that Christmas party tonight that I told my brother looked like Republican Santa Claus. Because he had a white beard and the Make America Great Again hat, and he had white curly locks or whatever. And when I go back, I'm hoping an hour or two he's still gonna be there while I'm drunk, so I can fucking take a selfie with Republican Santa Claus.
That'd be a meme.
Because I don't have the balls to do it. Like you said, it's right to not. I feel weird asking someone. I don't want to be that guy, even though it's a funny joke, and I might get 12 fucking likes on Facebook.
But no,
you know what I mean?
Because it's funny to you though.
Yeah, that's how I should think.
No, you know what would be hilarious? Okay, and people love doing stuff like that. People love that fun interaction. If it's a joke or something kind of funny, be like, hey, look, I'll just let you know. Is it okay if I take a picture with you? Because you look just like a friend of mine. And I'd be
exactly.
Kind of give them a
little finesse.
I think it'd be funny. And they'd be like, oh yeah, sure. People love being included into funny shit.
Yeah,
people love it. I'd definitely do it. What would be even more hilarious to add on to is if other comics started going to where they found that guy, let's just say he's an employee at Starbucks. Oh, I found let's just say Rudy's over here working at Starbucks, and because the person kind of looks like me, and then other people be like Emily Griefer will show up.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, the guys are all like, "Geez, why are these people?" And it'll get to the point where a comic will show up and be like, and the guy's already, I know, let's just do it already. It's just so inbred and how would you say, embedded in his head, and he's just used to it already.
Yeah.
The American with with Doppelganger Me and fucking other comics that are fucking cool and would think something like that's hilarious.
Yeah.
You know who I've seen in a long time? I've had her in my head for a couple times. Do you remember that really small chick that used to go to Hyenas? She was really tiny and she was very quiet. She was very introverted.
Anna Ranza Barrera? Oh no, never mind. She was super not quiet.
Yeah, she was very introverted, and she would show up, do her set, then leave.
I think there's a few people like that.
And then one night, she got her name. Oh man, it was part of her bit. Not Lydia. Shit, what was her name?
Sydney.
Sydney, yeah, Sydney. Yeah, her bit was people call me
Cindy,
Cindy, and I'm like Sydney. Ever since that one time, she came back one time after with her boyfriend, but like she got creeped out by this old guy who was trying to hand her money. Were you there when that happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, and after that, she disappeared for like 2 weeks, and then she came back and did a set with her boyfriend, and then she left. But ever since then, I have not seen her.
Yeah, she
She's
does
seen it.
Dent mics because she's very poor. So I'm quoting. I'm quoting her. I'm quoting her. Her reason for not being able to go to places is because she can't afford the gas and her car's always broke down. So she does a lot of the Dent mics.
Okay. Well, if you ever see her, tell her on my behalf if she
Fucking peasant.
I would love to have her on because I think she's hilarious.
Yeah, I will.
Tell her next time. Do you have any?
Actually, that's kind of super fucking weird.
Why?
Well, I'll have to figure out a way to finesse it. Because, like you said, she doesn't talk to people. So, like, it's going to be weird for me to be like, hey, Sydney.
Don't say it like that. Just be like, hey.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. You're right.
Man. Just be like, hey, Sydney. And see, this is what I'm talking about, where people get uncomfortable with doing things that can be made very easily. Where you just use the right words to talk to them. Yeah. Just be like, he remembers you. He thought you're funny. But I thought she was funny when I first started doing comedy. I would like watched her a couple times. Like she's pretty fucking hilarious.
Yeah, she's good, right?
Yeah, and
she's been doing the same jokes a lot. She like since he came around, but recently she started doing new jokes. I think that's awesome.
She probably just worked those clean.
Her boyfriend was telling me that he like always like she would ask how her set was, and he would say like, "You gotta do new jokes." Like,
you gotta do new jokes. Yeah, you can't. When you're in a relationship, that person is gonna get tired of your set.
Yeah, for sure.
Devin
still pretends like she's not. I'm like, it's fine, babe. You don't like. She's like, I'm sorry, but I don't want to go tonight. I'm like, you don't have to go. It's not like Matt and Devin do comedy.
Yeah, I mean,
we're not bumping mics or whatever that show is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why. Being in a relationship is hard when you're doing comedy, though. Especially if they're doing comedy and the person wants to go with you all the time.
Yeah.
Or they feel obligated, like they have to go with you. No, it's just open mic. You don't have to go to these. Go to my shows, just like everybody else. And even then, don't go all to the shows, because I'll let you know ahead of time that I'm going to do the same material or not.
Yeah.
Like, for me, so far, bless you, all my shows have been different. Bless you. Because I've already did a set, and it came out good. So why would I do it again if I have something else I can do there? Right. So like open mics, I mean, I guess even for open mics right now, I'm not doing the same. Well, kind of. I'm working on one, but excuse me. But like, yeah, as far as like that, you know, I wouldn't want to be there for somebody's every showcase or every open mic.
No, yeah, totally.
Open mics are brutal.
Totally. She's great about being supportive, though. But you're right, it is hard to be in a relationship. Dude, one thing that I'm not struggling with, like, I basically just asked her / kind of told her, like, no, mostly asked her. I'll be honest. I fucking asked if she gave me permission to, like, just start roasting the fuck out of her.
Oh, I thought you were going to say sticking in her butt.
Dad, she just met her.
My bad.
No, it's funny. She just like recently met her dad for the first time, and I was there the day that she met her dad for the first time. And the dude is like low key, he's kind of trash, and like he's like real thick Kentucky accent, fresh out of prison, tattoos himself. He's got tattoos. He has a tattoo that has like a smiley face right here, right? So when he goes like this, it shows a smile, and then under that tattoo, it has a hashtag, and then it says IDGAF. And I wanted so badly to ask him, I would be like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and take a stab at this. You did the smile first, and it didn't look so good. So then you just put hashtag I don't give a fuck.
I'm more impressed at the fact that he knows how to use hashtags.
Yeah, no, me too. I feel like he probably even started the word too far to the right, and then he was like, "Fuck, I need something to fill it. What am I gonna offset this with?"
It just got
the man is that talented. It was so awkward. He showed us so many pictures of tattoos that he's done on people.
Dude, that's gonna be.
I don't know how to tell people. Whenever someone says, "What do you think about this piece of art?"
Yeah.
That I've done. That's my least favorite question. Even if it's stand up, dude.
Well,
even if someone comes up to me like, "What do you think of my set?" I'm like, I don't know. Can we not talk about it? Like
I think I've done that before. No, I don't think I've ever done that. No, I don't ask people how they think I did on my set. Like other comics.
Yeah.
If they want to talk to me about it, that's cool. But I'm not gonna sit there and put that on them. And be like,
there's
hey,
some people that do it every time I see them.
What'd you think? And I don't think I've ever done that actually. I was gonna say I think I've done that, but I haven't.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, that's a person who does that. Just for one, they know it's not good. They just need validation to think that it's good, but they know it's garbage.
We're all insecure. There's no reason to showcase it.
Yeah,
like, keep your insecurities stuffed down like the rest of us.
People tell you what they think.
Yeah.
Some people be like, "Oh, but that's cool." I'm like, "Oh man, thanks." But like, you go around telling people. But my brother, if he was here, he'd be like, I have no problem telling him this shit. He's a tattoo artist. And he would, like, when people would come up to him and be like, they want this tattoo, he'd be like, I'm not doing it. They'd be like, why not? I'm like, no, that's stupid. It's garbage. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing a garbage tattoo.
That's awesome.
Yeah, nope.
I think your brother just fucking doesn't like me. That's what it is. He watched the first podcast where I wasn't on it with.
No,
it was me and Kian.
He wouldn't throw shade like that, you know, to the back. He'd straight up tell you, like, I don't really like him.
Oh my god.
But my brother's like everybody I've had on. He's like everybody. He really enjoys it. I don't know why he's not here, but he really enjoys doing it, man. He thinks everybody's pretty cool. And it's kind of hard for him, when he's meeting these people for the first time and doesn't always know what to say. But he cracks a lot of jokes. So
yeah,
he's a fucking awesome host, man, a co-host to have, because he's fucking hilarious and
I want to meet him.
So yeah, man, you'll meet us sooner or later. You'll be back. I'm pretty sure you'll be back if you want to. It's pretty fun.
I enjoy it. Yeah, it's a blast.
Dave American really wants to come back.
Really?
Dave American just loves to have people who sit down and talk with him.
Yeah.
Because after we were done,
cameras.
After we were done, we hung out in the living room for like another hour.
Someone to listen to me. Did he bring his dog? Was his dog in the?
No, he didn't bring Isaac.
Dude, did he kill that dog? I haven't seen that dog in like 3 weeks. I'm serious. I'm worried about this dog.
No. He talked about it on the podcast. He actually wanted to. He knows that he has a dog for his problem that he has, his PTSD, to help it out. But he's trying to wean off of it. So he's like, if I go do things without him, I'll be, I gotta try it slowly. Let me stay away from him for 2 hours. And he came over here and without Isaac, and he was okay. But he's been trying to do it like with open mics now too. Like, I'll be gone for a little bit. I'll be okay. I'm gonna go hang out with people.
Right.
And then he's not gonna be by himself. He'll be hanging out with friends. So he Isaac won't be there, but he will have us there to talk, to keep him whatever. So yeah, he's slowly been trying to wean himself off of having Isaac so much.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I mean, it's a good thing,
it's good for him.
It's progress in a way. So,
yeah.
But he loves.
It just makes me call bullshit on the whole thing now, because the comedy is like going to an open mic and stuff is like the most anxious you could ever be. So if he's able to wean himself off, I'm kind of like, did you ever need that fucking dog, bro?
But that's a whole totally different thing.
Yeah.
Dave American loves to be the center of an attention, and I don't know if he loves to be, if he's always been like that, but he loves to have people to talk to. So
he loves to run bits by people. That's for sure. How many times I fucking all right. I think when I did this the first time, I like said something about how I didn't want to do jokes on here. Like I didn't want to say jokes on here, like because I didn't want to seem like a douche who was just trying to like force his stuff into. But like I think I did like one earlier or something. I told the dick like the going to Hawaii joke.
Yeah.
Felt like such a douche about it. I imagine if I go watch Dave American's thing right now, there's at least 15 minutes of material just like in the thing, because all he does is run bits by people. He says like, "What do you think of this one, man? What do you think about this one?
He never told me that before.
Really?
No.
Guess he doesn't like you, bro.
Well, he's on my podcast. We talk about it and stuff all the time.
That's weird that he hasn't.
Maybe he just. It's probably like.
It's not just me. Other people say this too.
He's probably like, Rudy's material is kind of garbage. I really don't want his opinion on it. And I don't care if I'm garbage in his mind. Then fine. I don't give a shit. He can think whatever. I mean,
yeah.
My humor is not for everybody, and not everybody's humor for me. So yeah.
9:50.
Yeah, we're
about to wrap it up.
Yes, we are. Okay, because Ali is. It's a 2 hour period of time anyway. Thank you everybody for coming by. Speaking of Dave American, actually, I'm gonna have him on next Sunday. Dave American will be here for next Sunday. We'll have him back on.
The Zodiac guy is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, he's pretty witty, man. That dude's pretty funny. But yeah, thank you everybody for coming on. Thank you, Matt.
Yeah,
for coming again.
thanks for having me,
Let's
dude.
go have a cigarette here in a little bit. You got really soft
Follow me
hair,
on
man.
Twitter, please.
Shout out your Twitter.
Oh, at Matt McElhone. It's
So you have to spell it out to people.
Yeah, but no one's gonna fucking. She'll put it when she puts the title.
Well, no, but for the people on like our podcast.
Okay, at MATTMC capital ELHON as in November E.
I promise he's not that big of a douchebag on Twitter or Facebook.
Yeah, it's only on camera. I'm only a
It's
douche
all
on
on
camera. I'm only a douche on camera.
Thank you everybody. I'll see you guys next weekend. And I think that's all I have to say. I don't have any shows coming up. Do you have any shows coming up?
No, I got some little stuff.
Oh wait, I already talked about.
I'm
January
saving
9th.
until the Michael Reed thing comes out.
Okay.
When me and Michael Reed put a show together, I'm gonna invite a fuckload of people. So I'm not
Dude, you
inviting
better be
people to
inviting
other
me.
stuff, so that when they get this invite, you know, like anyone gives a shit.
Are you gonna invite me?
Yeah, of course.
Better, you fucker. All right.